Okay, so God has told me to create these biblical affirmations for you guys to start out the new year. So I'm really excited to share these with you guys because I feel like every person needs to hear this and be strengthened in their faith and know that you are a child of God, you belong to God, and that is where we get our self-worth, our value, and our validation. Okay, don't ever try to get your validation from people because people are not perfect and people will disappoint you. But the only person that can give you that validation, that fulfillment, that true value of yourself is God. So that being said, here are 10 biblical affirmations to give you self-confidence and validation from God. So number 1 is Philippians chapter 4 verse 13. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And that's one of my favorite verses, guys, because we have to know that literally anything that we do with God is possible. Anything we do without God is from the world. You know, if we have success without God, then it's not truly success because that could be easily taken away. But when we choose to live a life that is in the will of God, like He's going to continue to bless you and you will literally be unconquerable. You could do anything. So just know that when you do things with God, it lasts and it's worth it. Number 2, Matthew chapter 5 verse 16. I am a light in a world of darkness. And guys, I can relate to this one so much because I remember being like 12, 13 years old, and my prayer every single morning was, Lord, let me be a light. Let me be a light of you. I said that prayer even as a kid because I understood that I had a light. You know, people have told me that my entire life, and I never really understood it. I just knew that I love to see people smile. I know that I love talking to people. I know that I loved uplifting people. I know that I had a positive energy. So I always wanted God to use me and to be a light in this world because, you know, I grew up seeing a lot of bullying going on, a lot of just people not being kind to other people. And so I didn't like that. And so that's why I will always speak to people who were bullied, speak to people who were mistreated, and I like to make people feel seen. So I was the type of kid that I always spoke to everybody in school, and I didn't make anyone feel inferior or weird. Honestly, I have a really, really pure heart. People have told me that too. And so I have a heart for people and I love people. So it would hurt me to see other people, by themselves and, I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. But yeah, I never like to see people hurt and sad, so I always try to speak to them and make them feel, seen. And I was popular in school. I knew everybody, literally, from elementary school, middle school, high school, even college. I've always been popular. And I'm not saying that in a way that I'm better. I'm saying that in a way of I use my popularity to, just make people feel cool, just because they're seen. To me, that was important. That was important to me, to acknowledge other people and make them feel like they were, included. I never liked the feeling of seeing people excluded and isolated and by themselves, So I always just wanted to make people feel included. So with that being said, you are a light in this world of darkness. God has created you to make a difference in this world and not to be of the world, but to be different and stand apart. Being a light means you stand apart from the world. So just know that God created you to be different. Number 3, Deuteronomy chapter 31 verse 6. I am strong, courageous, and not afraid, for the Lord my God is with me. And this one, guys, wow. You are strong, you are courageous, and you should not be afraid because the Lord is with you. And that is something that we all should take away from, because God is always with us, guys, whether we realize it or not. He's protecting us, he's shielding us. And I think we all need to understand the power that God has filled us with. He's given us strength and courage, through him. So just know that with God, like, he is always with you. You are never alone. Number 4, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 11. I am patient and have peace, knowing that God's timing is perfect. I think we all need to hear that one, because I feel like patience today is very, very, very scarce. Everybody wants things so fast today. Like, nobody just wants to wait for anything. Everything is just easy access, So with God, guys, we have to develop our patience. We have to ask God to give us patience, if that's our prayer, and with patience comes peace, and knowing that everything's gonna work itself in a way that God wants it to. God's timing is always perfect. We may not understand why things may take so long to happen, but it's all happening for our good and when we're ready to receive it. So just trust that and have patience. We all need to work on that one. Number 5, Proverbs 13. I am wise and walk in the ways of the Lord. Wow. So on our journey in our walk with God, God will give us wisdom. He will make us wise. And with that comes experiences, life experiences. Sometimes we may not understand why certain things have happened to us in our lives, but it's because God was giving us wisdom. He was giving us life experience. He was giving us life experience so that we can use that to help other people. That's what it's for, So he can heal us from anything that we've experienced in our lives and then use it for his glory and share with other people, because other people can relate to you. There are people in the world who have been through what you've been through, but you can help them. And yeah, that's why he's given us wisdom. Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. I am a peacemaker, called a child of God. I love this one. I am a peacemaker, called a child of God. Yes. Guys, it's nothing like peace, and the most beautiful thing about having a relationship with God is that he will give you peace. He will give you peace of mind, and it's no better feeling than having peace that comes from God. Peace does come from God, period, so it's just, that's the best part to me of being a child of God, is that you have peace. And that also means, staying away from drama, gossip, all the things that, are in the media and all that stuff. Like, stay away from that stuff and just always be the person of reason. Like, don't participate in gossip. Don't participate in what people are talking about other people and saying negative things about other people. And yeah, you want to be the peacemaker. You want to be the person that puts all that to rest and do what's right. God did not create us to just sit around and gossip about other people and be in drama. So you are a peacemaker. You are a child of God. Number 7, Colossians chapter 3, verse 15. I am a vessel of God's peace and love. And like I was saying, when you accept God and Jesus into your life, you are accepting the fact that you are going to have peace. When you accept Jesus as your personal savior, you are a vessel. You are choosing to be a vessel of God. And when you are a vessel of God, you are full of peace and love, because God is love. So yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Number 8, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. I am clothed with the armor of God to stand against the enemy's schemes. This one, guys, I love, because we literally are warriors of God, literally. And when we choose to live for God, he will give us this supernatural armor that protects us from all the enemy's tricks and plots and schemes. So it's just a beautiful feeling to know that you have someone protecting you from the enemy. Because guys, this world is spiritual, whether we want to believe it or not. There's good versus evil supernaturally going on, and it's a lot of warfare, spiritual warfare going on too. So it's important to have God on your side, because if you don't have God on your side, you are basically putting yourself in the enemy's realm, and that's not going to be good for your soul. That's not going to bring you peace. You're putting yourself in harm's way, in danger, when you don't have the protection of the Most High. Just know that when you have God in your life and you're living for God, He is going to clothe you with His armor, and He's going to protect you. Romans chapter 12 verse 1. I am a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. Wow. This one, wow, it speaks to my spirit, because Jesus gave His life for us, guys. This world was full of sin, and He died on the cross for our sin. He was a sacrifice for us. So it's just, wow. That in itself to me gives me chills, because wow. I'm sorry, I just need a minute. He did, and it's just, no matter what we do, God sees us as His little children. He sees us as His sheep. And we're lost without Him, guys. We are. We're just wandering around in this world lost without Him. And wow. No matter how much we sin, God still loves us. No matter what we've done, God still loves us unconditionally. Unconditionally. There's no greater love than the love of God. And I think we need to understand that, because a lot of people are ashamed of their sins and what they've done in their lives, but we should not be ashamed of anything that we've done in our lives, because God is a forgiving God, and He will forgive us. And it's beautiful to understand that. It's beautiful to understand that when we give our lives to Him, He sees us as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. So that's a beautiful, 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 wow. It's just powerful, guys, to understand that He will love us through anything. All right, guys, and the last one is 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 8. I am blessed to be a blessing to others. Now this one I love, because guys, when God blesses us, it's not just for us. It's for other people. We are put on this earth to be with other people. We are not meant to be alone. We are meant to be around other people. And when God blesses us, we are supposed to bless others. Nothing is just for us. And I think a lot of people have this mentality today that, everything is for self. I'll be rich and have millions of dollars and all this, so I can buy this and I can buy that and I can, but it's not about that. It's about when God blesses you financially in any kind of way. Honestly, we are supposed to help other people. So by being a child of God and dedicating your life to Him, you are choosing to be a blessing to others. And I think that is absolutely beautiful, because we're not meant to live for us. This world is not about us. It's not about you. It's about God. It's about Jesus. It's about other people. How you can use the gifts that God gave you to be a blessing to other people. That's what this life is about, guys. So those are my 10 biblical affirmations. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's super long overdue. And just stay tuned for weekly vlogs every single week. Like I said, go ahead and like this video, share it with your friends and family, and also subscribe. because I am trying to get monetized this year. I've been doing YouTube for years, guys, but I never stressed for you guys to like my videos or share it or comment, because it just wasn't really like a priority for me. I'm like, I just like to do this for fun. But this year I'm trying to reach as many people as possible. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. I would really appreciate it. It's totally free, and I appreciate your love and support. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. See you guys next week. Mwah.